When you need a mortgage, don't stress at all. Just tune right in and give these guys.
Good morning, YouTube. Today is Good Friday, April 3rd. What is going on? Opening day in Pittsburgh as well. What a day.
What's up, guys?
Some would say today's a holiday. For one, Good Friday, and the other is for opening day. I don't know. Which side are you on?
I guess I'll go on the side of the Lord. We're off today, so Good Friday. West Penn is always taking off for Good Friday. So yeah, enjoy your holiday, everyone. Should be a good weekend with opening day on Friday. There should be a lot of Yinzers down the North Shore. And boy, have they done a good job down there.
Oh, it's cool. Yeah, I mean, they just opened up what's called Sugarbird yesterday outside of home plate, that little park, getting ready for the draft. If you haven't drove by Heinz Field in the last week, take a little ride down there today. That stage that they're building is quite impressive in the parking lot.
Yeah, haven't even discussed draft stuff. So it is popping in Pittsburgh. We are a happening town, and on that side of things. But on the home side of things, we're also a happening town because we are like number one affordability city in the country. That is getting folks off the fence in the homes. And Anth, we are seeing a ton of first-time home buyers want to take advantage of those FHA loans out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great program. I mean, granted, it's not going to be for everybody, but you know, the ones that it is for, you know, they're going on that program for a reason, whether it's a lower rate, lower down payment, or max seller's assist. The unfortunate part is we're seeing, you know, like we saw during COVID, where, you know, agents aren't, you know, looking or accepting, you know, anything but conventional on specific properties.
And I need to stop you right there.
Please.
If you say that line right there, I am only accepting a conventional offer. I'll only work with a conventional buyer. There's the door. There it is. You need to get out of the business. I don't even know if that's ethical. That is just wrong. There are 4 main mortgage programs that buyers can get qualified for. It is our job as a mortgage professional to find the best program for them financially and tell you guys as agents, hey, here's the pre-approval. Here's the financing that's best for this buyer. But now we're just getting all kinds of pushback on anything that's not conventional, which I'm sorry, not every property is multiple offer. The average day on market is 70 days across the country right now. And I'm losing my mind when I'm hearing that agents aren't working with FHA buyers and stuff like this, Tom.
It's mind-boggling. But on the flip side, there are specific agents that do work with just FHA buyers. So we're just going to have to start sending these ones that we get pre-approved back to the FHA buyers agents, because there's certain agents that they do give us pushback and they give us attitude almost in a way that we got their client proved FHA. Oh, this is the kiss of death. This is never going to work. It has to work. That's best for the client. And currently I think I have 5 FHA deals, and 2 of them have max seller's assist of 6%. So to say it's not possible is lazy, straight up lazy.
Right there, too. Right there, Tom mentioned FHA loans are the only option for some buyers. Conventional loans are not the best option. There are buyers out there that don't have perfect credit scores. They don't have $100,000 sitting in the bank, and that's frankly quite okay. There are other mortgage programs out there to help you. And FHA, for a buyer that has average credit, you're going to get a lower interest rate that's going to help your mortgage payment. You're going to get lower mortgage insurance that's going to help your mortgage payment. And you can ask for double the seller assistance, like Tom said, 6%, to get you in the home with funds you actually have. Because, Anth, if a buyer tells us, I have $15,000 to work with, and the conventional offer is having them come to closing with $22,000, I know the agent really wants them to go conventional, but frankly, it is not possible. And there's a reason, right? We're not just flipping a coin to decide what mortgage program our buyers should go on. There's a reason they're going to that mortgage program.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely always a reason that best suits them and affordability and moving forward with that financing. You know, I don't understand the pushback when it comes to FHA or conventional, except for the listing agent and sellers worried about the appraisal. Well, wake up, because appraisals aren't just eliminating any issues and red flags on a conventional appraisal. And then everybody's up in arms when the appraisal comes back on a conventional and there's minor issues or explanations that are needed. Like, it should be based on the best offer, not the best program, you know, for the seller. So I don't, it's a little confusing because in my mind, it's like, hey, if you have the best offer, then you have the best offer regardless of the program, you know, so you have a buyer.
And the misconception that a higher down payment buyer is a better buyer is just silly, because how many, again, I get it. From the real estate side, you're only seeing the outside picture. But guys, there's plenty of buyers that we have to tell them they got to put a larger down payment because their debt to income ratio is too high. They're barely scraping by to get into that conventional 20% down because of their debt to income ratio, where FHA allows buyers to qualify for more. It allows a non-first time home buyer to put 3.5% down over 5% down. There are tons of great aspects that make FHA better on financing. And like Anthony said, the big bad boogeyman of the appraisal, if you're listing the property, look at, we know what FHA is looking for health and safety issues, right? But on the flip side, as Anthony just mentioned, I have appraisal that came in on a conventional loan, 20% down last week. You won't believe it. It called for a handrail to the steps of the basement. They're small little steps. It's steep. Didn't matter as a conventional loan.
It's unsafe.
The basement.
It's all safety, health and safety. I mean, that's what they're calling out. If you could think, you know, something might hurt somebody, it might be a good idea to get it fixed. I mean, I talked to an agent earlier this week, a very experienced, been in the business 30 years, and they were stating to me that when they go to take a listing, they are always talking to the seller about the repairs that needed made. And if that seller is unwilling to make those repairs, he doesn't take the listing. If the seller is unwilling to start listening to him from the beginning, he doesn't take the listing. And that has never caused him a headache. And he's also willing to go fix things before it gets listed on the house, just minor little repairs. And these things could ultimately get your buyer an extra $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on an offer, because now you're open to taking an FHA over conventional, which had the higher offer, higher money.
It's a great option. A lot of the time we need to get these misconceptions, especially out of our market, because it's just, we're just shooting ourselves in the foot of not accepting offers or not getting buyers in the market because we only want one specific mortgage program, which, like Anthony said, it doesn't make really sense on our end because we see buyers going FHA for other reasons just because they want to take advantage. Hey, how do you get the lowest rate right now? Everyone talking about lowest interest rate. How do you get the lowest rate? You go FHA, because the FHA interest rate is lower than the conventional interest rate, plain and simple. So like, there could be a reason right there. I went FHA because I wanted the lowest rate possible. So
yeah. Mortgage insurance rate, it's a big deal, because at the end of the day, the bottom line of the monthly payment and the affordability of the home is the biggest deal when they're buying this place.
That's it. And Anth, at West Penn, we close FHAs the same time frame as conventionals. The appraisals come back the same time as conventionals. There's no difference in our approval process, closing, anything when it comes to government loans.
Yeah, they're all the same. You know, the time frame's the same. You know, it's just a matter of the closing date and the property. So if there's work that needs done and you're selling your property, they're so minor. It's chip paint, steps without a railing are the most common ones we see. It might cost $100. You know, do it in advance. And like Tom said, you can get the best offer regardless of the program. So I'm a fan of all programs. So
Yeah. No need to discriminate. It's, could get a fine for discrimination.
Yep, absolutely. So a lot of great information today for everyone to take into their hippity hoppity. Easter's on its way. Color all those eggs, find those marshmallows, and we'll see everyone next week.
See you guys. Have a good Easter.
Happy Easter.
Later, guys.
Tom, Ryan, and Anthony